Hey, welcome to Gold Scratch and welcome to Daryl Waters' Dyno Service. Dyno Daryl's in charge today. And this is the moment we've been waiting for. I've had multiple videos about this engine. Introduced my customer Joe Fernandes, and we're going to let Joe tell us all about it. So back in fall, Joe had a 67 Firebird, and he had it idling in his driveway while he was cleaning out his shop, and the little 1/4-inch stud that holds your breather on found its way. You're not going to believe this, but it made it past the intake valve. We actually videoed taking this engine apart live video, and there it was sitting on the number 2 cylinder, number 3 cylinder, number 3 cylinder. Broke the block, broke the piston, bent the rod, did lots of damage, and so poor Joe, just a victim of kind of circumstance. It's something that could happen to anybody. By the way, if you're watching this and you got a carburetor with a stud, make sure you got it locked down good and tight. And don't. When we published that video, by the way, back when we happened, other guys came on in the comments and said, "Yeah, that happened to me too." So it can happen to you too. So pay attention to that because it's unfortunate. So Joe had to go out, and I'm going to turn it over to him now. What he had to do, he brought back the parts, and I put it back together. So Joe, tell us what all you went through to get the parts of this thing together.
So instead of me putting together a 455, I've had some real bad luck with some Pontiacs, trying to sleeve it and everything else. I just thought it'd be easier and might change my luck if I found another block. So I went to Pontiac, Michigan to find a Pontiac 400. So I picked up a 68 Pontiac 400, and it'd been sitting around for a while and pretty well rebuilt it. And we're here, and hopefully, with the parts that I've pieced together, hope to get about 362 horse. I'd be happy with it.
Okay, so Joe brought me the block. He had all the machining done himself, so when he brought it, it was basically ready to assemble. He bought pistons from my producer Mike. He bought brand new I-beam rods, beautiful rods. For those that don't like those Pontiac cast rods, it's got really good rods in it. And basically I assembled it and got it running on my test stand. We made a couple of videos along the way. And so we're here today. We're going to make some pulls and see if Joe can get his 362?
362.
Okay, so before you see that, don't forget to like it and subscribe. We're doing good. We're trying to make good videos that you find interesting if you're a Pontiac guy. Oh, Joe, describe what the camshaft and so on that you put.
So I picked up a Summit 2802. I was going to go with the 2801, but I was a little concerned with the compression because I'm running 16 heads with 73 cc on them. So due to the higher compression, I thought it would do a little bit better with the 2802 camshaft.
That's what we got in here. We put it on center line. I didn't advance or retard it. And let's see how it works. We're going to make some pulls. We're going to make a video of a pull. I'm inside the dyno. Daryl's added a new HMI screen outside of his dyno cell, so we can have a good look at what's going on when we're making pulls. Let's see what happens. Recognize Daryl Waters, Dyno Daryl.
Working on new stuff.
And we're going to put Dyno Daryl on the shirt next time you see him.
So I got me a new shirt and wear, so I'm going to have to sport that every time we come down here now.
Officially a member of the team now. So we're kind of in the process. We made some pulls already. We're going to actually video this pull. Daryl's put an HMI screen outside of the cell now, so it's easier for us to capture that. We're going to record this poll and we'll see what we get. So Daryl, tell us whatever you want to tell us about what the process we've been through so far.
Well, we first fired the engine up and warmed it up, leaned into the throttle, and the engine started to misfire, and noticed that it had a lean misfire, so we jetted it up a little bit. It made it a little bit better, but it still wasn't quite right. Pulled the carburetor apart, had a look at it. Couldn't see anything wrong with it at this time, so instead of wasting time trying to diagnose that carburetor, threw my 750 Dyno carb on there, double pumper, and that fixed the problem. So we're going to be able to do some power pulls now, so that we got the engine running right, so we're going to do that right now.
368.
368.5 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque.
You know what?
That's pretty awesome. And we surpassed what Joe was looking for. He was going for 362. We beat that big time, so good job.
Hey, welcome back to Daryl Waters Dyno Service in Springfield, Ontario. This is a story about a 400 Pontiac engine that's going into a 67 Firebird, and my customer Joe Fernandes is with us. Everybody knows Daryl already, Dyno Daryl, and thanks to Daryl, I'll let him tell the whole story. We had kind of a slow start today, but once we got Daryl's carburetor on there, everything went good. So let you talk about what we did so far, Daryl.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, we started out with the Joe's carburetor on there. It was a 770 vacuum secondary, and we just couldn't get the thing to run properly. It was running way lean. Jetted it up a bit to what normally that kind of a carburetor would take, and it still didn't seem to want to work properly. So to save time, we just decided to throw one of my dyno carbs on. I got 4 different size carburetors just in case that are known good ones. That way we're not chasing our tails trying to figure out what's wrong. We can throw one on. If it makes a difference, then we know it's a carburetor problem. So we did that. Put my 750 double pumper annular booster carb on there, and it responded quite well. So did our normal timing changes and everything, and kept fooling with it until we got to the most horsepower. We ended up with was it 300?
369.
Yeah, 369 horse and 450 foot-pounds of torque, which is fantastic. Joe's car is going to work really well with that in there. And yeah, everything worked out good. It was a real good engine, runs nice, sounds great. No weird noises or anything like that. No oil leaks, so it ended up everything worked great. So I'm quite happy with it. I think it's a good.
Let's hear how the customer feels about it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm taking it home in one piece. It's still running. I'm good with that.
You're not used to that.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you notice I didn't have a carburetor stud in my carburetor
Yeah,
either, right?
yeah.
You okay, Joe?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so go ahead.
Like I said, glad I got an engine. Hopefully, by the end of April, I'll have my car back up and going. And hopefully, we'll see a few of you guys out at a couple car shows.
Yeah, ended up making a little bit more power than what you expected,
That's
too.
right, yeah.
So that's
So yeah, once we put Daryl's carburetor on, it was a little frustrating at first because I think Alex said it's like being an expectant father when you put your engine on the dyno, right? You just want everything to go good.
Yeah.
Once you put Daryl's carburetor on, it came to life, and we basically were up to where we wanted to be almost right away.
Mm-hmm.
And we played around. We went, by the way, we started with actually 28 degrees of timing just to be safe. We've been everywhere from 28 to 38, and this thing makes the best power 35/36 degrees. That's where it's at now. We locked her down, and it's going to stay there. So Joe wanted 362 horsepower, so he told me he's happy to pay a bonus for anything over that. So we'll have to negotiate that after. Please remember to like and subscribe. Gold's Garage, Daryl's Dyno Service, and we'll see you back next time. This 400 Pontiac is second of 3 Pontiacs I got to do. I got a 389 that belongs to Todd Brown. I have everything ready to go. I'm going to start assembling it this week. And Mary Kammer's Pontiac is ready to go on the test stand first this week. So 2 Pontiacs. Hopefully in 2 weeks from now, I won't have any Pontiacs left in my shop. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching Gold's Garage.